In the heart of Antwerp, Belgium, lies a small, unassuming neighborhood holding more wealth than many nations. This is the Antwerp Diamond District, the global capital of the diamond trade. 84% of the world's rough diamonds pass through these few square blocks. And at its center, inside the Antwerp World Diamond Centre, was a vault considered the most secure on the planet. It was a fortress, protected by 10 layers of impenetrable, state-of-the-art security. It was designed to be unbreakable, a place where priceless gems could be stored without a shadow of a doubt. But in February 2003, a team of thieves decided to prove them wrong. This isn't a smash and grab. This is the story of a masterpiece, a ghost-like infiltration so brilliant, so audacious, it became known as the heist of the century. And it was all brought down by a half-eaten sandwich. The mastermind was a man named Leonardo Notarbartolo. To the diamond merchants of Antwerp, he was a charming, well-dressed Italian jeweler, a familiar face. He rented a small office in the Diamond Centre, paid his bills, and made small talk over coffee. But this was a long con. For 3 years, Notarbartolo was playing a role. He was a phantom, hiding in plain sight, studying the building not as a merchant, but as a predator. He observed security patrols, noted camera blind spots, and meticulously mapped the fortress he planned to conquer. He led a small, elite crew from his hometown, known as the School of Turin, each a specialist, a lockpicking prodigy, an electronics wizard, a master of alarms. Together they were planning the impossible. The vault was their target, located 2 floors beneath the Diamond Centre. Getting to it meant defeating a 10-headed security hydra. First, private security guards and cameras monitoring every entrance. Second, a heavy locked gate after hours. Third, the vault door had a powerful magnetic seal that would trigger an alarm if separated. Fourth, you needed a keycard and a security code to even get near the vault antechamber. Fifth, once inside, you faced a solid steel door, which required a foot-long, uniquely shaped key, almost impossible to duplicate. Sixth, to turn that key, you also had to enter a combination from a wheel with 100 million possible variations. And that was just the door. The vault itself was a sentient beast. It had a seismic sensor to detect drilling or hammering. It had infrared heat detectors that could sense an intruder's body heat. It had a Doppler radar that would pick up any movement. And finally, a light sensor that would sound an alarm if the vault lights were turned on when the door was sealed shut. The system was designed to be redundant, foolproof, and absolute. The police believed robbing the vault without a trace was impossible. Notarbartolo and his team believed nothing was impossible. The night of February 15th, 2003. It was the weekend of the annual Diamond Ball, a night when security was high, but distracted. The streets were quiet. The crew made their move. Using a secretly duplicated key, they entered a neighboring unoccupied building that shared a garden with the Diamond Centre. From a balcony, they crossed over, bypassing main entrance security entirely. They were inside. The first layer was defeated. Notarbartolo, using his legitimate tenant access, had allegedly visited the vault days earlier. In a moment of cunning, he had placed a small piece of tape over the magnetic contacts on the vault door. When the door was sealed for the weekend, the circuit was already broken, meaning the alarm would never trigger when they opened it. Using a custom-made aluminum shield, they covered the magnets as they swung the door open, preventing a final signal. The second and third layers were down. Now they were in the antechamber, facing the steel door. The darkness was their ally. The electronics specialist, nicknamed the Genius, got to work. He knew the building's wiring inside and out. He found the main alarm panel, opened it, and expertly rerouted the circuits, effectively blinding the security system. Now they could work without fear of tripping an electronic alarm. But the physical obstacles remained. They approached the vault door. How they obtained the key is the heist's greatest mystery. Notarbartolo claims he found a hidden camera in a broom closet above the vault months earlier. He used it to film guards opening the door, recording the combination and the key's unique shape. With this footage, they supposedly forged a perfect replica. With the key and combination, the 100 million to 1 lock turned. The massive steel door swung open. Now, they faced the vault's internal senses. They moved in total darkness. The genius had prepared for the heat sensors. He used a simple can of women's hairspray to coat the sensor, creating a fine, insulating layer. Then, he crept forward and placed a styrofoam box over it, blocking its ability to detect their body heat. The Doppler radar was next, but it was useless if they moved slowly enough. The team crept through the vault at a glacial pace. The final trap was the light sensor. They couldn't turn on the lights, so they worked by touch and tiny pen lights, their beams never hitting the sensor. Layer by layer, the unbreakable fortress was dismantled from the inside out. For hours, they worked in the silent, blacked-out vault. They used a custom-built drill to break the locks on 123 of the 160 safe deposit boxes. Diamonds, gold, jewels, and cash were stuffed into duffel bags. The air was thick with the dust of gems and the metallic scent of broken steel. By 5:30 a.m., they were finished. They had taken an estimated $100 million worth of treasure, though some say it was closer to $400 million. They walked out the way they came, leaving the vault door sealed. They had committed the perfect crime. No alarms triggered. No witnesses. No sign of forced entry. They were ghosts. Monday morning, 10:01 a.m. A diamond merchant opens the vault, and the world discovers the impossible has happened. Panic erupts in the district. The Antwerp police are stunned. They publicly declare the heist couldn't have been pulled off without inside help, but they have no leads. The crime scene is pristine. The thieves have vanished. But perfection is a fragile thing. As the crew drove away from Antwerp, celebrating, one member, a nervous man nicknamed Speedy, was tasked with burning the evidence, the clothes, tools, and plans. But he had a panic attack. Instead of burning the bag, he drove into a forest just outside of Brussels and dumped it in a ditch. It was a single, fatal mistake. A local landowner, seeing the illegally dumped trash, called the police. Inside the bag, detectives found a treasure trove. Half-eaten sandwiches, their DNA still on the crusts. Videotapes showing the diamond center's exterior. Empty diamond pouches. And most importantly, a receipt from a local electronics store, made out to Leonardo Notarbartolo. The perfect crime, the work of meticulous geniuses, was unraveled by a garbage bag. An international manhunt was on. Notarbartolo was arrested in Italy. The evidence, combined with cell phone data placing him in Antwerp during the heist, was overwhelming. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but he never gave up his crew. And he never revealed where the diamonds were. To this day, the vast majority of the loot from the Antwerp heist has never been recovered. Notarbartolo's story became even stranger. From prison, he claimed the heist was an inside job, part of a massive insurance fraud scheme. He claimed they were only meant to steal from a few boxes, and that the total value was closer to $20 million, not $100 million. The police dismissed his claims as fantasy. But the questions remain. How did they get the key? Was it an inside job? And where are the diamonds? The Antwerp heist remains a legend, a testament to the fact that even the most perfect systems have a flaw, and that flaw is almost always human. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into one of history's greatest heists, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories. We'll see you in the next one.